The ultimate goal of applied behavior analysis, or ABA, extends far beyond simply changing a behavior in the short term. It is to create meaningful, lasting improvements in behavior that truly enhance an individual's quality of life. We strive to empower individuals with skills that not only address immediate needs, but also pave the way for future success and independence. True success isn't just about change observed within the controlled environment of a therapy room. It's about something much bigger. It's about that positive change sticking over time, generalizing across different places, and holding strong even after the direct intervention ends. We want to see the skills learned in therapy seamlessly integrated into the individual's everyday life, enriching their experiences and interactions. This is the essence of generalization, where learned skills are applied in novel situations, and maintenance, where those skills are retained over the long haul. Without it, our efforts are just temporary fixes, like applying a bandage to a deeper wound. We aim for solutions that are deeply rooted and resilient. Skills must be functional and durable in real life, meaning they are practical, useful, and can withstand the test of time and changing environments. Achieving this requires careful, active planning, not luck or wishful thinking. It demands a strategic and thoughtful approach. We must design interventions with generalization in mind right from the very start. This means considering how the skills will be used in different contexts and planning for that transfer. For example, teaching a student to ask for help should mean they can confidently and effectively do so with anyone, in any relevant environment, not just with one specific teacher in the confines of a single classroom. The ability to generalize the skill is paramount. Generalization is absolutely not an afterthought or a bonus. It's a core, fundamental part of ethical and effective practice. It's what separates truly impactful interventions from those that offer only fleeting results. Every intervention, every technique, and every strategy should be rigorously judged not only by its immediate outcomes, but also by its long-term impact and its real-world usefulness in the individual's daily life. Generalized behavior change is a cornerstone of effective learning and development. It's more than just acquiring a new skill. It's about ensuring that the skill becomes a versatile and adaptable tool in an individual's repertoire. At its core, generalized behavior change means a learned skill extends beyond the original teaching conditions. Think of it as the ability to take what you've learned in one specific context and apply it successfully in a variety of other situations. It's when someone uses what they learned in new ways and places, without extra teaching or prompting. This demonstrates a true understanding and mastery of the skill, allowing for spontaneous and appropriate application in novel environments. This includes response maintenance, keeping a skill going strong long after the initial support and instruction have ended. It's about embedding the skill into the individual's natural behavior patterns. Generalization, using a skill effectively in different environments, is crucial for real-world independence. Imagine learning to cook, but only being able to do it in your kitchen. True independence means being able to cook in any kitchen, adapting to different tools and layouts. Response generalization is when new similar behaviors spontaneously emerge without direct teaching. This shows a deeper level of understanding and adaptability. Think of a child who learns to say hello, and then, without being explicitly taught, starts saying hi, or waving, or even offering a friendly nod. They're generalizing the concept of greeting others. These various forms of generalization are what make skills truly flexible and adaptive, allowing individuals to navigate the complexities of daily life with greater ease and confidence. Without generalization, skills are severely limited in their usefulness and impact. They remain confined to specific contexts and fail to translate into meaningful real-world application. A skill that only appears with one specific person or only in one particular room isn't truly functional or valuable in the long run. It's like having a tool that only works in one specific situation. The ultimate goal of any effective intervention is for individuals to use their newly acquired abilities independently, wherever and whenever they are needed, without reliance on external support or prompting. This is precisely what makes behavior change truly meaningful and impactful, when it empowers individuals to thrive in their everyday lives. Therefore, generalization is the hallmark of true and lasting learning in applied behavior analysis, signifying that the skills acquired are not just learned, but truly mastered and integrated into the individual's behavioral repertoire. When we talk about generalization and maintenance in the context of applied behavior analysis, it's crucial to have a firm grasp on the key terms. Understanding these terms is essential for planning generalization. It allows us to design interventions that are not only effective in the short term, but also promote lasting change across different environments and situations. A behavior trap is a particularly useful concept. It describes a situation where a learned behavior is maintained by natural reinforcers, those everyday rewards that exist in the environment. It's about harnessing the power of the natural world to sustain positive behaviors. Think about it like this: a child who keeps socializing because peers respond positively. The positive attention and interaction from peers act as natural reinforcers, encouraging the child to continue engaging in social behaviors. This is far more sustainable than relying solely on artificial rewards. On the other hand, contrived contingencies are artificial supports. These are planned and implemented to initially establish a behavior. These might take the form of things like stickers for correct answers or a token economy system. They are deliberately introduced to motivate and reinforce desired actions. However, these contrived contingencies can't be the end goal. They must be fated systematically, so natural rewards take over and maintain the behavior long-term. The goal is to transition from external motivation to intrinsic motivation. General case analysis is another critical tool. It means identifying all the possible variations and situations in which a skill might be needed. It's about anticipating the different contexts where the skill should be applied. This ensures teaching covers real-life variations, preparing the individual to use the skill effectively across a range of settings and circumstances. We want to avoid a situation where a skill is only useful in a very specific, controlled environment. To achieve this, multiple-exemplar training uses many examples. Consider teaching the concept of dog, using pictures of various dogs, including different breeds, sizes, and colors. This variety helps to build flexible skills that are not tied to a single specific instance. These strategies, when implemented thoughtfully, help ensure skills last over time and transfer to new situations and environments. The ultimate goal is to move from artificial supports to real-world independence, where the individual can successfully apply their skills without ongoing intervention. Mastering this vocabulary is not just about knowing the definitions. It guides effective intervention planning and implementation, leading to meaningful and lasting outcomes. Generalization must be built into interventions from the very beginning, not left for later. Hoping skills will transfer on their own rarely works. Effective practitioners plan for generalization from assessment through teaching. This means choosing relevant skills, using varied examples, and teaching in different settings and with different people. Embedding generalization early prevents rigid, context-bound learning. Planning for generalization is both ethical and practical. It ensures our work has lasting value. Every behavior plan should include clear strategies for generalization and maintenance. To promote generalization, teach with a wide range of examples and situations. Use general case analysis and multiple-exemplar training to prepare learners for real-world variations. Make the teaching environment resemble the natural setting as much as possible. Program common stimuli, like using the same visual schedule at school and home, to cue the right behavior everywhere. Teach loosely by varying non-essential details, so skills aren't tied to one specific context. This builds adaptability and prevents rigid responses. The more flexible the teaching, the more likely the skill will generalize. These strategies make behavior change robust and practical. Generalization is built through intentional, varied practice. A key part of intervention is planning for its end. Gradually, fade prompts and artificial rewards as the learner becomes more independent. Shift from contrived reinforcers like tokens to natural ones, such as praise or real-life success. Monitor data to ensure the skill persists across settings and people before ending support. Termination should be based on evidence, not guesswork. If generalization isn't happening, adjust the plan, add new examples, revisit natural reinforcers, or train in new settings. Flexibility and data-driven decisions are crucial. The goal is for skills to last without ongoing intervention. Success means the behavior is self-sustaining. Always be ready to adapt until durable, independent performance is achieved. Effective generalization starts by teaching skills where they'll actually be used. Whenever possible, train in the real environment, like teaching playground skills on the playground. Use generalization probes before, during, and after teaching to track progress and adjust as needed. Involve significant others, parents, teachers, peers. so they can support and reinforce new skills in daily life. Start with the simplest, least intrusive strategies, like teaching loosely or using varied examples. Only add complexity if needed. Efficiency and practicality matter for long-term success. The goal is to make generalization easy, natural, and sustainable. These principles ensure interventions have real, lasting impact. Always plan with the end goal of independence in mind. Significant others, parents, teachers, caregivers, are essential for lasting generalization. They provide daily opportunities for practice and reinforcement in real life. Training them should be simple and focused on practical strategies, not turning them into therapists. Their insights help tailor interventions to real-world needs and challenges. As they take on more responsibility, the practitioner shifts to a coaching role. The ultimate goal is for the support system to maintain progress after the practitioner steps back. True success is when the learner and their community sustain growth independently. Generalization and maintenance are the true test of applied behavior analysis. Our work matters only if it leads to lasting, real-world change. Generalization must be planned from the start, not left to chance. This means selecting functional skills, teaching with variety, making settings similar, and fading support strategically. Practitioners must be analysts, trainers, and planners, always focused on independence. Data guides every decision, ensuring skills stick and adapt. The ultimate question, will this change matter tomorrow, next year, and beyond? With these principles, we empower individuals for lifelong success. And there you have it, behavior change that sticks and spreads. Whether it's teaching skills that last or ensuring those skills show up in the real world, generalization and maintenance are the glue that holds ABA together. Keep these strategies in your back pocket as you shape meaningful, lasting change. If this video helped connect the dots for you, give it a like, share it with your study crew, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a ChapterCast breakdown. Until next time, keep learning, keep applying, and keep making behavior count.